icy land. It's been 64 and a half days that I've been alone on a wooden rowing boat at sea.
A triumphant moment after nearly 65 days alone at sea. Renee Blacken nears the end of a long, challenging journey.
We're closing in on it, folks. This is it. Oh my God, it's land!
Renee's determination to take on this amazing and difficult feat began more than 2 years ago when she learned about the Atlantic Dash, an extreme 3,200-mile event in which teams row from the Canary Islands to Antigua in the Caribbean. Renee's goal was to raise money for her nonprofit, Outdoor Adventuring for Good, a charity that supports people suffering mental or physical challenges and trauma.
So I pretty much knew immediately I was going to do it. I was going to do it solo, and I was going to row to support trauma recovery programs.
For 2 years, Renee trained, completed safety and navigation courses. She even took swimming lessons. And there was that little matter of finding a seaworthy rowboat, which she did in Poland.
She's made out of marine plywood with GRP finish, kind of has a long keel design, classic ocean rowing boat design. I was so lucky to find her. She took care of me, I took care of her. Just shy of 20 feet long. Yeah, my whole world was that.
January 24th, launch day from Lanzarote, Spain in the Canary Islands. Renee was one of 5 teams taking part in the transatlantic dash, but the only one going at it alone. Though she was solo, she had a crew of supporters and a team she named 40-something. Her biggest cheerleader, her 14-year-old son, Walter. Understandably, he was a bit nervous at first.
He says, well, I'm a little bit scared. What if something happens? And I'm like, I'm a little bit scared too. And I wonder what if something happens as well. Like, those are all good things to think about. But over the course of the next 2 years, we really learned together. One point along the way he says, well, Mom, after you row the Atlantic, maybe we could row the Pacific together. So he kind of warmed up to the idea, but I said, hey, one ocean at a time, honey.
Renee packed her boat, the Reset, with enough supplies for 90 days. She needed to consume 4,500 calories a day.
I brought lots of peanut butter. I think I brought 18 jars of peanut butter. I ate 9, didn't eat all 18. I had to bring emergency fresh water, but I also had an onboard desalinator that took the salt out of the ocean water through reverse osmosis to produce fresh water. I rowed on average probably 12 hours a day for 65 days.
Isolation was tough, but Renee had satellite internet to help her stay connected. She talked with the Atlantic Dash team every day and kept a video log of her journey.
Day 30, solo rowing the Atlantic Ocean. Today was hull clean day. I roped in and I jumped off the boat into the Atlantic Ocean.
Cleaning barnacles off the underside of the Reset was necessary.
I had a lot of anxiety that morning as I was sort of working myself up to having to jump in the ocean alone in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, I had my safety harness on and we're, tied to the jackstay, so I was attached to my boat. Once I was in the water, I got the job done, People are like, oh, did you see sharks? And I was like, no, but I did not look for them either.
No sharks, but she did have some company for a few days.
3 nights in a row, I was visited by dolphins. So that was pretty cool. There was one night, it was just kind of at sunset. I was listening to one of my favorite songs. They just started literally right around my boat, jumping out of the water as the sun's gleaming. And I was like, this is amazing.
As vast as the ocean is, Renee was bound to run into some traffic, including the Queen Victoria cruise ship that slightly changed course to give her a shout out on day 49.
They did a drive-by, and they sounded all their horns and whistles, rolled out the American flag, made an announcement from the bridge of the boat about who I was, that I was rowing for Outdoor Adventuring for Good, supporting trauma recovery, gave everybody my Instagram, and they were like, and that's Renee with 2 E's. And I was like, oh.
There were highs, sunrises, sunsets, and rainbows, and the lows, blisters and severe weather.
3.5 meter swell and 25 knot wind, you're gonna move quick, but it's a bit rough.
I would row 500 miles and I would row 500 more.
Renee says music helped combat the loneliness and staying connected to school kids she visited before leaving.
Being able to get their questions and being able to, send them a video back with answers to their questions, I'm sure it was cool for them to be communicating with somebody rowing across the Atlantic, but it meant a lot to me because it was that point of connection.
Hello. Welcome to Captain's Log, solo rowing the Atlantic Ocean, day 60.
Nearing the end of her journey, you can see the fatigue, but in reality, this event has awakened a knowledge in Renee that she can overcome any obstacle and above all, trust and believe in yourself.
Everybody deserves the right to reach their full potential to thrive, regardless of the worst things that have happened to them.
5 days later, the view she waited days to see.
That moment of seeing it was like, I've done it. Like, somehow, 3,200 miles later, like, I made it to the right spot.
When she reaches the harbor in Antigua, champagne and tears flow easily. Her first hug, her son Walter.
I just hugged him and didn't want to let him go.
Back home in the North Country, welcome messages could be seen all over Littleton and Bethlehem. Renee inspired not only those around her, but also herself.
Out to the four winds of the Atlantic Ocean, I was like, I'm proud of myself.